Hi everyone, these are some live stream highlights for drawing anime poses. In this stream, the theme was drawing poses from imagination and then turning them into anime characters. I started by drawing full body poses in simple shapes, and then our viewers decided what characters they should be. And if you want to watch this drawing in real time, check out our livestream replay in the description below. My goal was to have 3 poses, one standing, one floating, and one sitting. But of course I was too busy talking about anime with our viewers, so I only ended up with 2 that day. One viewer requested the first standing pose to be Meliodas from the 7 Deadly Sins anime. The second pose is a floating pose, and it is Starfire from Teen Titans, which was another request from one of our viewers. So the main tips to take away from this live stream is, number 1, remember the 3 main masses of the body. So that is the head, the torso or rib cage, and the pelvis or hips. And once I have those placed, I can then plan the placement of the arms and legs, and I just use simple sticks and circles to represent joints. Number 2, think in 3D forms. After I have the arms and legs in, I start placing cylinders in place to flesh out the body. When we think in 3D, we're constructing the body from the inside out, instead of just drawing an outline of the body. And number 3, drawing male versus female anatomy. It really helps to know some general differences between male and female anatomy in order to turn these simple 3D shapes into a character. Keep in mind males tend to have wider shoulders, narrower hips, while females are the opposite with narrower shoulders and wider hips. You can also draw males with more rigid and geometric lines, while females tend to have softer and more curved lines. Welcome, and today we are going to be drawing poses. So the plan for today is I'm going to be drawing 3 poses, generic poses, simple shapes, and then you guys can decide what characters do you want them to be. So first pose will be a standing pose. I have the head, I have the torso. Now the pelvis can be like this box shape or an underwear shape. And once I have these 3 main shapes, I can plan out where do I want the arms and legs to go. Like one straight leg here. And then I want one leg here. So that's how I come up with a pose from imagination, and then once I plan it out, I can start filling it in with 3D shapes. So lots of cylinders in the body. Any circles for joints. So the next one is going to be like a flying pose or mid-air pose. Pretty much they're not standing. So it's perfect for characters with wings. So again, number 1, head first, next, torso. So I want the pose to be like graceful curves. Even though it's curved, it doesn't have to be specifically female. I'm just gonna have one knee up. If I put their hands up, like screaming kind of, it could be like, I think of Alice in Wonderland, like falling down the rabbit hole. So there's Starfire, and I'll start with Meliodas. I'm just getting an idea of the anatomy, because he does look pretty young, but I can adjust it as I go. I'm gonna adjust his anatomy one more time after, because I think I made him look like too slender. And then he looks kind of aggressive, so I want to change the posing a little bit. So usually during this drawing stage, I tend to do a lot of tweaking here and there. Are they just going to be a sketch, or am I gonna color it? So I've made the promise that whenever I finish these, I will post it to our Discord chat or our social media, which I'm gonna put up here. They're all at Wing Canvas. I'm just gonna add in some quick guidelines for his face. He kind of has face markings. He has sleeves. They're kind of spiky looking. So right now I'm just sketching in details, just like how I sketched out this body. I'm doing the same process with his features. Yeah, anything that makes this character specifically Meliodas. He kind of has claws. It looks like ghost. I don't see a ton of full body references for him. I'm just gonna do a little bit of guesswork. How do I start by sketching the poses? Okay, this is my thought process when I'm drawing poses from imagination. I just remember, okay, the head, the torso, and the pelvis. So yeah, I always remember 1, 2, 3, those giant shapes, and then I plan out the arms and legs, and then I quote-unquote flesh them out with cylinders. The one problem with drawing poses and stuff from memory is that you have to make them make sense. Like I'm moving my arm in that position so his thumb would be showing like that. And there we go. That's a lot of cloudy shapes. So I'm gonna move on to Starfire. So once again, lots of tweaking. I'm not a fan of this foot right now, but I'm gonna see if I can fix it. She has a very small waist, and then now I can work on her features. I'm going to draw in her hand first. So for really simple looking hands, you can break it down into like a box, the thumb, and then a mitten shape. That's like the simplest way to draw a hand. The best bet is to, one, draw from reference, look at your own hand, like look at your opposite hand. But the simple shapes is that the palm is a box. I'm gonna have some fingers curling. I like this hand a bit better. It doesn't look like she's just waving. I'm getting stuck on this hand. Since I know I am, I need to tell myself, think in simple shapes, don't make it complicated. Okay, I'm gonna finish up Starfire. And then I think we will finish here for today.